Alright, time for some more Doki Doki Literature Club. Last time, we progressed. We started our second playthrough and we went through all of Yuri's story. Well, all of Yuri's route. Today, we're jumping right back in with Sayori's. Now, this is probably going to take me a few tries to actually get Sayori's, because Sayori's tends to be a little more on the tricky side at times. Because it's kind of hard, as you can see, to actually, it can be a little bit difficult to actually get her words right at times. But I'm gonna do my best to get hers. Breathes Yuri. Of course it is. Laugh is Sayori though. I don't know why I struggle as much with Sayori as I do the other. Well, compared to the other two, with figuring out which one works for which girl. I don't know why, I just do. Well, it takes me a moment to actually figure out which works with which. Passion. But it is mostly happy things, romantic things, and sad things, so yeah. Rainbow. Alone. Lust. There. I'm pretty sure I got Sayori's. I think. Here we go. Sayori's. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monika. They're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. This festival's our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. Problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. Oh god, I gotta adjust my chair. That doesn't solve the problem though, eh? What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. It's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is, then! I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason why I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. Can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Ah! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. Glance over my shoulder to see if Monika overheard. It's true though. Yeah, I know. Always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on, at least give me the benefit of the doubt. Can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You are clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. It's just really hard to get right. Won't fall for that. It's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. There's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. Try to wipe the stain off with my finger, but nobody would even ever notice that. Of course they would. I'm just gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. You don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. What do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Alright, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, just think how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. We're happy they like this. But I'm happy. I'm happy we're like this. That's what it is. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? Struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so, why does it feel strange to Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. Maybe it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Man, it's impossible to tell you sometimes. That's what... My speech is not good, as has been established in all of my previous Let's Plays. Okay, everyone. Monika suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Cosmo, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, yes, I did remember to write a poem. Alright, Monika. Let's start with you, as always. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, maybe good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. When she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other as well-being. Interviews showed in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. Sure you're not reading into it too much? Could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. I knew someone so happy would enjoy sad things too. Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying a lot of different things a lot. Not really in this route. Nope, not in this route at all. Alright, Yuri, what you gotta say? It's all the same. With Yuri, Yuri and Natsuki. Huh? Well, it's about what I expect from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. But basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Natsuki's one is different for all three routes, which is interesting. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Kazuma. Eh? I love it. No idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Hey, that's me as a dungeon master. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. I sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Kazuma poem. And that makes it feel extra special, like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against the chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. Yeah. And we get into the fight. And this time, even though I did end up skipping over it last time, it was just because I picked by mistake. Help me, Sayori! Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drawing up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori? Eh? Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How come the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Kazuma? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that had made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes— Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were, big and beautiful. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. Couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I'd hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Yeah, don't leave her hanging, Kazuma. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. This genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. I want to get a chance to talk to her a little more. If only. I mean, she's my favorite. Alright, and now let me save in this slot in case I mess up, because messing up is a very easy thing to do. Fuck, that's right, kisses her. But suicide is Yuri, which is funny. Bliss. Adventure. Awesome. Vacation. Together. She's a romantic, what can I say? Unrecorded. What the fuck did I just try to say? Unrecorded. That is not a word. Unrequited. Flying. Childhood. Happiness. Imagination is Yuri. Of course it's Yuri. Embrace. Heartbeat is Natsuki. Summer is also Natsuki. Memories. Hopeless. Amazing. I believe I got you. No, Sayori. We'll just have to see. Kazuma! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up. Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons, and markers, and glue sticks. Ah, I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Kazuma to get the supplies? Doesn't need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. But I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It's just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay, ready, Kazuma? Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori humps and skips around the hallway. Honestly, feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori. What exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? What kind? Well, everyone's gonna take turns on stage, recite their favorite poems. That sounds kind of dull? Kazuma, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems. It's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? From now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that! Sayori, how do I put this? Perhaps it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know. I know. It's just that it's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival's gonna be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey Kazuma, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I've spent... oh god. It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more. So, going adventuring with Sayori brings about a sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. Two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. Kinda dirty though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. At least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Smack. Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow. You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Sayori is sitting on the floor. I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. Move your hands, Sayori. It hurts. Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. Gently brush her bangs aside. How sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. Bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. Should find you some ice. Kazuma, where would I even find ice around this time? Ah, I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. Pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I'll locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? Doesn't really matter since it will be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. Just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop the crayons back into the box. Guess they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. Hand the bottle of apple juice to Sayori. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Ah! Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it, it'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Kazuma. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? Eh? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? I'd always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like, I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. Sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I'd get myself hurt. Fall and scrape myself or get a bump. I'd start crying really hard. You'd rush over as quick as you could. Try really hard to get me to stop crying. It's almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know. Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. Because I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kinda like this time, too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Kazuma, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Just don't call me that. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Kazuma, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. You think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll each end up after college. End up for college, or after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Sayori hops to her feet. Ah! She closes her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. Follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we'll make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start with sharing our poems. Sayori, your forehead. Just fine, don't worry about it. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway. Were you able to find everything we needed? Uh-huh. I have it, right? Eh? Sayori frantically glances around herself. I forgot all the stuff. Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. Found the poster paper, too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Kazuma. Oh, well, Sayori... I forgot to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. I'm not even gonna correct myself there because that makes it more funny. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. To make sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. And we'll start with Monica, as always. It's pretty good. Makes me think of Sayori, it's like the other one that you wrote. She two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. You do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? And again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. Judy and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them a share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah, I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. Really didn't mean it like that. Oh, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway... the Monika's poem. And now on to Yuri! Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Kazuma. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming for you, that means a lot. Eh? It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much. If it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect, you don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. I almost had a stroke trying to read metaphors. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that, if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. It's Raccoon. It's the raccoon again. I don't care about no goddamn raccoons. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. Can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Huh? Phew? What? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kinda reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Eh? You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But it never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But, save it this way, if it weren't for me, she'd probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. And we get that one. Not bad, right? Huh. What was the last thing she said? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah, she said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try to not be so mean to her. She feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I'd say so. Given your writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. Yeah! You got more character growth. Stuff that didn't happen in the original. Alright, Sayori. Let's get your third poem. Well, your special poem. Actually, no, this is your only second poem. Fuck, I'm an idiot. Let's get your second poem. Kazuma, I really love your poems. Can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... Eh? No way, not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit much she likes something, but I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Stop thinking weird things, idiot. It just means that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure, even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that! So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. Hey, I'm not a kid, you know. Sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Kazuma, will you give me your poem? I kinda want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Snap. I broke my pencil. Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped. But, being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine, I'll get it for you. Bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk behind her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah, I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. And I still haven't read your poem. Oh! Sorry, I forgot about that. It's not as good as yours. Geez, don't worry, I'm sure I'll like it. And it's bottles. Holy crap! Kidding me, Monica? Notice all this stuff again. And she asked who I'd walk home with. I'd still walk home with you, Sayori. Think I'd ditch you for Yuri? No. She's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. Yeah. And save. Huzzah! And save. I'll save one more time, just in case. Alright. Let's do this. Oh boy. Sunset. Warm. Wonderful. Awesome. Adventure. Lipstick is Natsuki, but whatever. Passion. Clumsy. Yeah. Disaster. Peaceful. Amazing. Childhood. Family. Hopeless. Ah, yes. We're getting really close to finishing up this whole part of it. And that's nice. Memories. Rose. Smile. And finally, disarray. Which is Yuri, but what the fuck ever. And Sayori ain't feeling too well. Oh! And also, nothing I can do besides wait for Monica and just go straight to, Monica. Straight to poem viewings. Hi, Kazuma. Have you thought about what you want to submit for him? It's kind of funny. How so? No, not the poem. It's funny how your poems and Sayori's poems have been getting more and more similar to each other every day. Surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you? Oh, I guess you could say that. Although we kind of grew up as best friends, I haven't been seeing her as much of her this past year. But since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together again. I see, I see. That reminds me, about how Sayori's been a little off today. Yeah? Did she tell you something? Well, Cosma, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? Of course not. I'm treating her like I always do. Alright, just making sure. I know how much you care about her. It'd be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. Sayori's been acting so much happier ever since you joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden? Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. Same poem as last time. And finally, we get to see the non-special poems, the third poems, at long last, of Yuri and Natsuki. Well done, Kazuma. You've certainly improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this. It's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monika. I think we all felt a little awkward at first. But now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore. It was a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone and their writing. I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Kazuma? Eh? Well, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. Both. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. Even my opinions are just opinions, you know. As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Eh? Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. Eh? Rita, I've become someone whose opinion is fearsome, unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. It just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. Sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking. Being disliked. Yuri, what am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. You want to share your poem now? Okay. Here. At long last, we finally get to read Yuri's third poem. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, with the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss. Beneath gray, rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand's wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. We still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes swish into the sand. Salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle, yet peaceful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward and I return to the earth forevermore. Moyes at the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. I feel like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? You haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, well, it was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles, their thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. Not like I have a particular interest in her writing style, I just went with her request. But I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Speaking of Natsuki, this one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. It's what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad you're trying a little bit. Well, of course I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? Eh? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? It's not like you'd actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out even if I have to put up with you. Gah! Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. How the hell do you call that a joke? It seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. Guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing even happened. Ha! I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. Should I have a special place, a beach for us to go? A shore reaching beyond your side, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way that you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail. And remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. Be the beach that you dream about each day. Be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. If you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Yeah? I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I want to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. Well, Yuri's take on it was a little more solemn. Well, that's... Geez, she better not have said anything bad about mine. After all, she was the one who wanted us to write about the same topic. Ah, you can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. There's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was a good practice. And you see, Natsuki and Yuri's writing styles are evolving a bit more because in this route they're bonding a bit more. Which is one of the reasons that led to a lot of people in the community actually shipping Yuri and Natsuki together. Which, I can see it. They're a fun duo. This is your best one so far. It's really nice, Kazuma. Thanks. Sayori, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Of course. Everything's fine. I'm just a little tired today. Do you want to take a nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Oh, alright. Hey Kazuma, I'm still a little surprised. I really thought you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does, or even Natsuki, but in the end, yeah, I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait, of course I do, but that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me, I have to sometimes put up with you, but we have a wavelength or something. That's how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write it when thinking about you. Sayori? No, Kazuma, I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. Get fun with everyone else instead. This would be so much easier. Sayori! Hey, I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed it. Sayori. Probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head, sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Kazuma. It's just a little rain cloud. Sorry you had to see that. Promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? See you tomorrow. Before I can say something else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Yeah. Sayori has gone home. Of course I'm gonna go with Sayori. I mean, if it's gonna be anyone, then I prefer to helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, but Monica said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez, do you really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean this to be difficult. Just think of the club, okay? Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monica. Hold on a sec. Fine. I'll go with second best girl. Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. Guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. Who knows what might end up happening with when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. Shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. Just go with it, then I'll have a good time. And it's Sunday. And Sayori confides in us. And then we hang out with Natsuki. And let's just... It'd be better if I disappear. Don't say that. It's true, Kazuma. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? That's why I wanted to stop skipping there. Because, oh yeah, that's a line. That's a big line. Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. Something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away, put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Kazuma. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and I started liking you too much. I did this to myself. Kazuma, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Remember I said I always know what's best for you? You still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. That's what I'm gonna give you. Sayori, I love you. I love you. Eh? Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. Just realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, so I know we'll both be happy. Kazuma. Suddenly Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Kazuma, is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Kazuma. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me, but why? Even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? Not going away at all, Kazuma. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay. I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know. I want everything to be the same as it always has been, even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. Go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Kazuma? Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Eh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you love me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. And that's my promise. I say that, but in reality I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know that these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. And I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me. I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. It's the day of the festival, and I am saving... Yeah, and it loads properly. Good, 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 good. And exit DDLC. We'll continue on with the festival at a later point in time. Because, first things first, we got some new pictures! Natsuki's third poem. We are Miss... and Yuri's third poem, finally. We also got a poem for Yuri distributed at special events in the past. Acquire all of Yuri's other poems. My conductor motions for one crescendo after the next, each time falling short of a climax. The lump in my throat is carried by Sisyphus. How many words must I choose not to say before they finally break loose? Orderlessly piling out of my mouth like a flock of schoolchildren at the start of recess. Pen cannot be erased, but even that metaphor fails comically as my floor is littered, blanketed with wasted paper. A canvas of my mind, full of disjointed thoughts and unfinished sentences. Perhaps all along it was wrong to try facing them out of my room. And I should instead invite you in. Alright. We have all of Monika's poems and all of Yuri's poems. We are missing all of Natsuki's and, we need to get all of Natsuki's and all of Sayori's, of which we are missing, and, both Sayori's third poem and Sayori's special poem, as well as Natsuki's having another special poem, and another special poem here. But we did get Sayori. Write a poem for Sayori in the first of both and second poems. Starts. And tell Sayori we love her. Not tell Monika we love her. In addition to that, we also got in Act 1, try both Sayori and Monika for the weekend, and for weekend help for choosing Natsuki or Yuri. Key art of Monika and Sayori. Yeah. And we got all 3 poems for Sayori. So we got that. And yeah, we got some new music. We got Ohio Sayori. My Confession. Sayonara. I think I'll be playing this. No. This is better to be playing for this. With that, we have all 6 side stories finally unlocked. Still no mail, though. You know what? Since we made a bit more progress, I'll set the wallpaper. Next time, I think I'll try to do. Next time, I'm going. I was about to say this is a shorter episode, but yeah, no, it is kind of a shorter episode since every episode's been like an hour long and this is only like 50 minutes. But yeah, next time I'm gonna go through and do the last little bit of some of the secrets we have yet to see in Act 1. And by doing that, we should hopefully unlock by doing so, we should hopefully unlock some of the last stuff we're missing. And well, we should unlock some of the stuff we are missing, not all of the last stuff. We have a bunch more CGs we need to go through. Bunch of secrets. We have a lot to still go through in this game, and I do mean a lot. But yeah, next time we'll wrap up all the rest of the secrets in Act 1, and then we'll go on to the side stories before progressing to doing stuff in Act 2. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff if you really want to, and I'll see those of you that I see next time, I suppose. Farewell.